Welcome back, everyone, to an instance of one, where in this series we will be running through the various scalable instances of the Lord of the Rings Online that have a one-player option. And today we'll be running through Oggroth the Narrowdelve. Oggroth the Narrowdelve unlocks at level 45 and has no other prerequisites. There is no requirement that you complete a certain quest or that you discover the quest location. That said, there is an associated quest line that's at level 50, but just as the quest line that you have in Woe the Willow, this quest line is completely optional. In fact, the particular quest line can only be unlocked if you have reached Book 13, Chapter 10 of Volume 1 of the Epic Storyline. And, as the character I am playing today has not unlocked that area, I will not be doing the associated quest line with this. As I have no plans on doing the storyline with this character, I'll also be skipping storyline spoilers that aren't related to actually completing the instance as I am doing this. So let us go and open up our instance finder here, where under other we have several quests, and we have Woe the Willow here, which we did previously. And our second item that we have here is Ogoroth the Narrowdelve, minimum level 45, max 140. Now I am level 52 on here, and I'm choosing to do it at that level because I wanted to be at a level where I might be able to get some legendary item rewards. And I think that you have to be at least level 50 to get those. I've tried running this instance on a level 45 who had unlocked the legendary items and didn't get any of those drops during the course of the instance. So let's see what happens if you have a level 52 character. And I think the cutoff point is level 50, and we are going to find that out. So let us go and jump into the instance.
Deep in the frozen wilds of Forochel, the Arnorian fortress Agoroth lies hidden. Although no living souls have set foot there for thousands of years, thou now findest thyself in a race to reach its vault before the forces of Angmar.
So we are trying to get there before the forces of Angmar. I guess that much I can't avoid mentioning in here. And we have here our Vegui, who is, I guess you could say, our quest giver here in a way. But we're going there.
Incredible. To think some remnant of Arnor still exists up here, hidden and untouched for centuries.
Alas, it appears the ice still blocks our path forward, as it did when I last came to this place, before I set sail.
Let us not give up hope so soon.
Yeah, that's...
This ice sounds quite thin, and I think I hear something on the other side. We may be able to break through this.
Oh, really?
Intruders! You, alert Ygritte at once! We have almost broken through to the fortress. We cannot allow our work to be interrupted.
Hey, hello. I am here to interrupt your work. That's my job
The
today.
Angmarim have arrived before us. How? The way was still hidden.
It seems our enemies have found another way into the Narrowdelve.
Really?
They are using their fire magic to melt through the ice and snow. We must push forward.
Oh, quit that!
Not be allowed to breach the hold.
Okay. Okay, we got fire magic here. We got wolves going after us, all sorts of things like that. And oh, hello. So essentially, it's Angrim and Garadon here. Now, this is set in Forhel, so if you are working on pages, this could be a place where you can go in order to get those pages. Might be easier to just run Icy Crevasse. Well, maybe the solo version of Icy Crevasse. But then we're running the solo version of this here. There are 1-player, 2-player, and 3-player versions of this instance. Now, most likely, the difference between the various versions is that in the solo version, you've got Lothrandir here to help you. I suspect he won't be doing anything useful when you are in the 3-player version of it. I don't know if he's around or what he does. I'm sure he'll be around in the 3-player version. He'll just be there for talking, a storyline, and stuff like that, and not for anything particularly useful. I thought that this was going to be a quick dead end, and I went here to clear that out, but apparently, no, I just went down the main path there. Well, it'll get us closer to where the bosses are and the like. There are 3 bosses in this dungeon. And you can do the first 2 bosses in any order as far as I know. But that the first boss that you kill is able to send a buff to the second boss. So that's something that needs to be taken into account. I've always done this by going after the fire boss first, which is what we'll be doing here, because that's what I heard was recommended. And right now, I haven't completed this too often, so therefore I am not going to break that particular tradition at the moment. Now, these summoned flames, no, you can't get rid of these summoned flames in any way or anything like that, which is a real pain. So, the Archmarine has summoned searing flames on top of you. Wonderful. Actually, I wonder, is there a pool around here or anything like that? No, I don't see a pool around here. Alright, I was just seeing if there was a way to put out the fire. And the reason why I was thinking about that is because that is involved in the boss fight. But if there aren't any pools in this area, I am not going to worry about it. Because you don't have to worry about too much in this fight. It's just the boss fight. Oh yeah, actually, that's a dead end. Never mind all that. Now, there is quite a pool in the middle, but that probably means facing a large number of opponents in order to get down into that area. And we've also got a pyre there, it looks like. That's probably why there's a pool there. Because you got all those fires. Uh-oh.
Excellent. I am eager to leave this frozen pit for good. No one warned me of the smell of a wet Garadon.
Contempt is mutual wish. Once your master has his prize, our pact is broken.
Well, they're not happy.
Intruders approach from behind! Ah, the ranger who has been poking around has finally arrived. So much excitement all at once. Let them observe our moment of glory, and then you may incinerate them.
Well,
Argaroth at last. Wait, what is happening?
Sardiroth, the enemy comes. Protect Argoroth at all costs.
oh boy. How did I manage to
We
get
are
there?
so close! Marine, Garadine, deal with this problem. I must contact the master at once.
Well,
What is this? Shades of Armorians protect the hold. We must assist them.
Aye. Defeating both the leader of the Angmarine and the chieftain of the Gauradine may prove our allegiance to them.
alright. Well, first I gotta get by these people. Oh boy. I don't know what I did in order to get every single one of these at once, because I don't think that was my intent. Your turn. And your turn. suppose we can go this way, though we'll eventually probably have to fight a few of those people in the water. Of course, this is Forachel, where the aggro range is pretty large. Let me see. Yeah, that does put out the fire. Okay, that hypothesis is confirmed. Well, of course, that did mean bringing in extra people into the fight. So, probably not all that necessary here. Well, but getting practice, because during the boss fight, I am going to have to be able to do that properly, because otherwise you get burnt into a crisp, as you'll be seeing in a moment. But right now, I have a number of Angrum to get through. Alright, and let's see. Oh, well, he won't be able to put that debuff on me, apparently, because I'm going to be in the water anyway. Hello. But my direction I need to go is right over here. Okay, good. Might as well just start it off with an ambush, but it's like as soon as you get into here, you have all these sorcerers and witches doing everything they can in order to make your life uncomfortable. And all these interruptibles that they have in there really get weird at times. A lot of them are very, very quickly cast. So I often, probably not worth trying to stop them because it's difficult. I suspect that in a larger group, maybe if you're doing the 3-player version, those become nastier. As I said, I don't know how much it changes in the 3-player version. I've never done the 3-player version. And this is, of course, a highlight of 1-player versions for this particular series. So, see what we got here. Let's see if I go after the sorceress. Well, one of them first, except for the fact that my ambush is finally off cooldown. That at least shut one of them up. No, okay, you're gone. Okay, I managed to get that one done. There you go. They're only normals. It's these captains who are bigger. But I think the spells are often bigger threats. So it's like, alright, let's see what happens if I go after the sorcerers first. Alright, and next. Nice and warm. Okay, we're getting near the boss chamber here because that's what that portcullis is for, is to open the way to the boss there. Alright. Yes, I don't have to worry about necessarily doing an ambush. I'll just have to be ready to interrupt. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing to me. Your turn. And right, that's the last of them, right? Yeah, so I think that should open up. Alright.
We have breached the fortress, Master, but there is a complication.
Complication?
No, I will handle them myself.
You will handle them yourself.
Outsiders, you will be destroyed at the hands of Ygritte the Ashen. The Witch King has commanded it.
So he has. Well, now let's see how well I can do in this specific run. Forward. Holly. And she, of course, likes fire. So she's the fire boss, you could say.
By the power of the Witch King!
Oh, okay. See. Alright, you have to go into... And here she has a corruption on her that needs to be removed. Which I did do a very good job of removing that. Alright, oh, that time it is removed. Okay. If you don't remove it, and yeah, if you don't remove the corruption, then you tend to get burnt very, very quickly. And oh, there you go. There, that removed it.
By the power of the Witch King!
Yeah. Back into here to get rid of the one that's on me. Ah, so she does quite a bit on there. You have to be careful on her thing. If you see a fire thing under her portrait, then you need to remove it. So make sure you know where your anti-corruption skill is before when you're doing this fight, because if it looks like that if you are able to sequence your corruption removal skill and not get tied down on there, there's no trouble with it. So it looks like when she says burn to ash, it happens. It looks like when you remove it, oopsie daisy. But it looks like when she says burn to ash is the signal that she's putting up the corruption. So I'm starting to get the idea how this thing works. Yeah, there we go. I think Lothander is healing me, and that might explain why my morale goes up whenever I am able to remove the...
By the power of the Witch King!
And, yeah, okay, I think power of the Witch King...
Burn to cinders!
Okay, let me get through here. Am I able to fight her down here? Oh no, she's... Oh no! Okay, I got my hands tied up there. Ooh. That one was close. Alright, that... It's drawing her out of the place where you are being in the puddles that is difficult here. Oh, I'm on fire. Okay, there you go. Whew.
Burn to cinders.
Yeah, that was very poorly timed. I was on a completely different track when she said it that time, so... Tricky thing with the Warden is you can get up your anti-corruption skill up pretty quickly, but if you're in the middle of a different gambit, it's a real pain.
By the power of the Witch King!
Okay, let's get rid of that. Yeah, there you go.
No! Garadan, take my power and keep your word to Angmar.
Rukor Horpels does not break promises, Angmarim. It will be done.
Alright, so I got a crate of logs, a crate of gems. This thing gives resources as main reward. Crate of log and gems. I have no idea why it's into resources in it, but if you need logs or gems, I guess that's a good thing you do there. And I also got a yellow enhancement rune, which may come in handy someday. Next time I reforge at level 56, I guess. So let's head on into here, where we're going to make our way to the second one. I must say that is the first time I've ever managed to kill that boss on the first attempt. Usually I have to foul things up at least once before getting it right. So that's something to note on there. There you go. Though I have run it with another character recently, that's probably was the advantage on there. Plus, starting to finally get an idea of when to jump into the water and when to remove that corruption, which is the real trick, I think, to that fight. Looks like it's not all that difficult once you learn that, but I guess that's true with several boss fights where you gotta learn the trick if you're going to survive, and there are a lot of boss fights in Lotra where I have absolutely no idea what the trick is. There you go. And now this is the Guaradon side. As you can see, we sort of hit the halfway point in there. I might have been able to bypass these, but I have a feeling I would have had to fight these guys eventually, so might as well take care of it now. There you go. And now your turn. So wolves and Guaradon, that's the theme for the second boss. But of course, first we must make our way through them before we can. Are you ready? So now this side, I guess. Hello? And your turn. Now, as far as I know, you don't get any arm equipment drops or anything like that. I don't know, but I think that in more recent instances, you probably would. But I have a feeling they didn't want this to be, well, actually, if you're looking for resources, I guess you may farm on that one. And I don't think there is a lock on this in any way. Well, I guess there wouldn't be if you are just getting this. And now, here we go. Alright. And it's, by the sound of it, looks like I don't have a special pocket item because it looks like I'm wearing a sleigh bell. Yes, that's pretty common for me, as I have a lot of characters that unless I feel like I really want a useful pocket item, I just throw in a sleigh bell just for the thrill of it. Definitely not what I would call a optimal one to have in your pocket slot, because I think it just gives you a pittance with the only thing you get is that ding for it. Plus, I think probably one of the most pitiful stat boosts that's in the entire game. That, well, you might have it level 5. I think it might be appropriate for, or something like that. Here we go. So we got these Guaradon elders all over the place. Oh, oopsie daisy. Oh, did you just go in? Oh.
Those unmarine fools bit off more than they could chew. But we are still bound by pact, so I must defend them.
Yeah, unfortunately, our ranger killed the wolves first, and it looks like these Guaradon like to summon additional wolves if you kill the wolves first. Well, maybe it gives me extra XP or something. There are really actually no good drops in this particular one as far as I could tell. Oh, Might of the Dunedain. Alright. So I think that's probably what the difference is for the solo version, is that you can get this Might of the Dunedain buff. Oh, that's right. This is the boss. Hello! We've got 2 wolves here. And we've got the boss himself. Now, I think this is the more straightforward fight of the 2.
My spear flies!
Well, we do have the thing that he likes to throw his spear in there, and he throws a eye on you if you do that. And of course, he has a little gift that the first boss be killed sends a gift to the second boss. And in this case, it looks like that whenever he says my spear flies, first of all, you get the yellow eye to say that you're the target, I would presume. I guess that yellow eye is more important if you're in the multiplayer version.
Feel the sting of my spear!
But you also have the thing that the fire on there. Ouch, 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 ouch. I hope the Lothar deer is doing okay. Yeah, he's got. Let's see if we could help him a little bit. But I think he knows how to heal a bit. Because I think he heals me.
My spear flies!
Oh, okay. One of the wolves is down. Oopsie daisy. Now let's. Problem is we got these puddles here. And also a lack of power. And do I get power? I don't think I got the power restoration ability until I'm at a later level, so that's gonna be a problem. Ah, power pot. Well, I might as well use it. I don't use those too often. Now, what have we got here? He is about not quite halfway down yet. He has this point at one point where he seems to just slow down a bit. I don't know.
Spear flies!
Yeah, it flies. I should have known that there would be a one of those into there. Those are replacement wolves, aren't they? Yeah, he gets replacements for his wolves.
My spear flies!
Yeah. Oh, ooh! How am I losing so much power here? It must be something about this level here. I've never had so much trouble with power. Alright, let's use one of those. Well, okay, I think that was a poor one to use. Alright. Well, I have to be more conservative with power.
My spear flies!
What's he do? Does he drain you of power when his spear flies? Because that could be a shtick of his. Flames of Angmar. Rickberg receives Angmar Sorcerer's Boon, granting new power. Alright. It's protection from slows, and... Right. And absolutely no way of me getting power right now, I think.
My spear flies!
Yeah, fly, 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 fly. Oh, stop that! Hey, what do these things do? Oh, Problem is, I am trying to follow the fight at the same time I'm trying to see, can I get power some way? What does that do? It's absolutely nothing! Okay. Oh, that's up again.
My spear flies!
Ooh. Ouch, 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 ouch. Well, I was thinking that this was the easier of the two bosses, but if you have power problems, he could be a pain.
Your foul magic was not enough, Angmarin. I go to meet my ancestors.
Right. Well, let's see.
Stand down, Sardiroth. These outsiders have proven they are not in league with the invaders. Come forward. We must speak.
Alright, it looks like that we got 2 Garden Claws, some ore, and a level 50, another level 50 rune. Alright, and that takes care of the second boss. Now, for the third boss, I'm going to skip by some story elements that are about to come up, and you're going to find me in a place you're going to wonder, how in the world did you get there when we fight the third boss? After a bit of exposition, we are here on a ship in a vision of the past where we have our Vedri, the last king, is up there alive, along with, I guess, our vision of the king somewhere. I gotta step into this light area to hear what's going on.
Reniohin! Togui Arana Wythin!
Whatever that means.
The Losoth troubled over nothing. The sky is cloudless, the sea calm.
Any ship built by Lord Círdan is most sound, but the Losoth are wise to fear the dark magic of Gularan. Keep on your guard.
Keep on our
There
guard.
is Arvidwi, and he's alive! Is this a vision of the past?
Yep.
Indeed, Lothrandir. We are to see the moment of the Thorvald's doom.
Is it really possible for the Witch King to summon a storm? How could he possess such power?
Powers from ages past still lingers in this world, held by the wise and those who die not. Servants of the enemy are not to be underestimated.
Right.
Something is wrong. Can you feel it?
Well, if they're showing about the disaster that destroyed the ship,
Yes. Even without my body, I sense the change. I feel chilled in my very spirit. The last time I felt this way was just before the fell storm that doomed the Sardiroth. Oh no. Even knowing what is destined to happen here, I'm still filled with dread.
a visage of
Ablathim!
the
Toligoth!
Witch King. Well, that's not good. So the Witch King is creating a
By the
storm.
Vala! How can a storm build so quickly?
Well,
Brace yourselves, Dunedain. He has found us.
here's a storm of the Witch King. So you have to fight the storm.
Who
That is the third
Can they not
boss.
see him?
The third boss?
It seems the Witch King has real power, even in a vision of the past. Be ready for anything.
Such as fighting the Witch King. I just hope that I don't run out of power again, as I did during the second boss. Oh. Here we go. And I guess it's just going to see... How fast can we get this guy down? Oh, oopsie daisy. Howling winds. I guess that would be an attack there. Well, it's a storm that we're fighting, right? Even still a storm of the Witch King. So I suppose howling winds would be appropriate. Oh, oops. He likes to do that. And he can knock you overboard. Now, fortunately, there are ice ramps that go up the side that could bring you back up. Though it's not obvious if you haven't had trouble with this in the past. So let's just say I've had trouble with it in the past. Oh, yes. Yeah. But anyway, so it's essentially fighting the storm. It looks like it's not that big of a problem here. See, there is the... Well, oh, there's the... Oh, that's the ramp right there. That's the ramp you need to come up if you get knocked overboard. And I've managed to avoid getting knocked overboard on 2 attempts so far, but who knows, he may try it again, especially after my little delay there, showing you where the ramp was. It looks like I still don't have all my skills. I'm used to playing a warden that's a higher level, that has a few more skills in here, so occasionally I try some gimps I don't have, and some previous gambit is put up there instead. Whoopsie-daisy. I hope there's also a ramp on this side. I don't think I've ever been knocked overboard on this side before. Oh, here's a ramp right over here. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Anyway, that's how the ramps work. I suppose that was inevitable. What's a run of this fight without having at least one time where you're knocked overboard, right? I think it just fits the battle. Are you up to it? Oops, no. Oh, cool, okay. That way I won't have to go. Okay, so it's water that he brings up. All right. So there is a tell that he's about to do it. I think this first time I really noticed that. Exactly what that is, and
We've lost control. The ship is being torn apart.
Yeah.
Curse thee, Witch King of Angmar! I will not allow thee to win! I swear I will not be the last king!
Oops. With that battle over, I am back here at the hall where we have the chest for the third boss. Third boss chest is here back in Agaroth and not in the ship where you're at for the storyline. So let's pick that up. And here we get, looks like a couple more claws. And we also get a tracery. So usual stuff that you get for finishing up an instance. And that's it for our run through of Agaroth the Narrowdelve, the second instance that you unlock that has solo options within it. And next time we will look at another one here in an instance of one.